Wake up, Goldschmidt! Come on.
What's going on here?
God, she's having a nightmare. She burned! See?
What? Burn? There's no... But what's she on about?
I don't know.
There's no burn?
And finally, you will receive a pay rise of 50%.
Oh, I know who done it, Bobby. I know how to make sure it doesn't happen anymore.
You nearly killed me, you bitch.
Look, I'm sorry, Reb. I thought it was coke, but you brought the dope in, remember?
We were only trying to teach you a lesson.
Forget it, Yank. Any lessons from now on will be taught by me.
Nothing has changed, Keen. No dope. Not while I'm around.
Yeah? Well, that might not be for much longer, Desmond. I'm working on it. Let you know when.
She's not your friend?
She's not anybody's friend.
It's got to be Phyllis or Alice, right? They got real snaky when Pix pulled that diamond stun on it.
Well, I'm not so sure, see, Bobby. A lot of people think it was meant for you.
There's no reason, is there? I can't picture one, can you?
No, it does seem pretty funny, doesn't it? I mean, you're everybody's mate, aren't you? I used to think you were my mate when I found out what a lying little mongrel you are.
What are you two doing here? You're supposed to stay in the laundry until the Governor and Mrs. Davidson have spoken to you.
Yeah, but I wasn't feeling too good, Miss Ferguson. Didn't I do a technicolor yawn halfway through the big speech, so I thought I'd...
You had to come and hold her hand, did you, Parker?
Oh, geez, Miss Ferguson, she was looking real crook.
Well, then we'd better take her to the infirmary and see that she gets an emetic.
Oh, no, it's all right. I feel okay now, Miss Ferguson.
Good. Now get out. Come, get.
Hey, Isa.
Hey, where's the fire?
Bobby, you're all right.
Well, of course I am. I only went to the dunny, not over the wall.
Oh, yes. God, silly me. Of course I knew that. I just thought
Yeah, come on,
that maybe...
Pixie, just stop worrying about Bobby, will you? I'm much more worried about you.
Oh, sorry, Cass. I forgot to tell you she was out of hospital.
Oh, I'm fine. Well, Sister Kelly looked after me in a wonderful way.
Yeah, she's a very nice lady, but who done it to you, Pix? Did you tell the screws?
Hang on. I thought you knew. Isn't that what you were going to tell me in the loo?
Yeah, but I could have it wrong, couldn't I? Now, it'd be crook if I blamed the wrong person, eh?
Fair enough. Well, do you know who did it to you, Pix?
Yeah, you tell us. We'll get Myra onto it.
Well, that's just the thing. I don't know. You see, they came up behind me and then I fainted. You don't know, do you, Cass?
Me?
Yeah.
No, how could I?
Reckon the only one who knows is the one who done it.
Yeah. We'll find them, Pix, don't you worry. You just stick with me in case they try it again.
Yeah, thanks, Cass.
There's the bell. I'm starving. Let's go.
Oh, Meg, I'm sorry to bother you again, but I forgot to mention we'll be having a visit from the German consulate. Mr. Werner. Yes, I think we'll be back from lunch by then, but just in case we get held up. Thanks, Meg.
Mrs. Powell not in this morning?
No, she did the night shift.
How is she?
Oh, all right, I think. Bit hard to tell with Colleen. She keeps her feelings pretty much to herself.
Mrs. Davidson. Not leaving without saying hello, I hope.
Not at all. We'll be back in about an hour.
Good. I want to talk to you about the program, if you wouldn't mind.
Certainly, that's one of the reasons I'm here. Tell me, who did you choose to work with? Apart from Mason, that is.
Isn't it funny? Everyone seems to think that poor old Pix is the logical choice. I wonder why.
Well, don't you? I mean, the reason she's in here is because of her marriage mania, I suppose you'd call it.
Well, it's close enough. All right, you win. I'll speak to her. Although, from what I've heard, I'll need protection.
I'll just keep saying no, you'll be safe enough.
Me say no to a beautiful lady? Never.
Uh-oh, here comes the charm. I think we'd better go to lunch, don't you?
You wouldn't care to join us, Doctor?
I'd love to, Mrs. Reynolds, but I'm running behind on my schedule. Some other time, eh?
Well, how nice of you to come.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson, but we're just having a nice
Yeah,
little
how
chat
about we get some
before we
Thackeray,
go-
Pix?
Oh, you go ahead. I won't be a moment. I just want to explain to Miss
Mason,
Ferguson. Yes, Miss Ferguson.
You're not trying to be funny, are you?
No, Miss Ferguson.
Well, then get your meal or go without.
Oh, but I thought that we might
Do
just...
it now, Mason.
It is her. I swear, it is her. Brutner. Fräulein Brutner.
No. It's just Miss Ferguson. We call her.
I know. Only she's like the Stalag. Nazi officer. I am dreaming about her. And Ferguson wake me. But I think wrong thing. I think she's Brutner.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it, Hannah. You're not far wrong, though. Some of us think she wears a Nazi T-shirt under a uniform.
But she did nothing.
Yeah, not this time, maybe. But you be very careful of her. She is bad. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Hannah, have you got anybody, say a lawyer, looking for your family?
Government person speak with me. Ask many questions. But I do not think that he is nice. He won't send me back.
Don't you worry about it. People are coming into the country all the time.
Oh, heavens, yes, they wouldn't send you back, Hannah. Well, they couldn't. You're far too nice.
Well, I don't think they're going to take that into consideration, are they? In this case, it's knowing a man that knows a man that knows a man, if you know what I mean.
Well, what about Mrs. Reynolds? I mean, she's awfully official and everything. Couldn't she do something?
You know, Pixie, I think we underestimate you.
Now, that's what I call a brave woman.
I take it you've eaten.
I tried. What is that stuff, anyway?
Well, it's sort of browny, greeny, and it's all overcooked and anything else.
Hello.
Hi. You look tired.
I am. I went to this woman's place last night. She wouldn't let me go home.
Must have been awful for you.
No, as a matter of fact, it was wonderful. I just hope she feels the same. I was going to suggest we do it all again tonight, but I've got involved with this.
What is it?
Pixie Mason's file. Erica Davison wants me to have a look at her, so it means I've got a fair bit of reading to do.
Well, perhaps we could make up for it on the weekend.
Now, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, just backward, I guess. Perhaps you should see a good psychiatrist.
Oh, God. Now look what I've done. Sorry.
Ah, well, sooner I get reading this, the sooner I'll be finished. Afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. Oh, I hope he appreciates that I'm doing night shifts so you two can be alone.
Colleen, make it sound as though we jump into bed at every available opportunity.
Well, I hope you do. I'd like to think I was doing double shifts for a worthwhile purpose.
Have you quite finished?
All right. Can I ask you a sticky beak type question?
I suppose so. Go on.
Well, this is all very nice, but what happens when he finishes his work here? He will be going back to New South Wales, won't he? And does that mean...
Yes. Yes, I suppose he will.
Now, come on, look, you're doing okay. If you're going to stay here, you've got to learn the lingo.
But there are so many that have same meaning.
How do you mean?
If someone is stupid, they are red bag, long, thin.
Thick.
Oh,
thick.
yeah, thick. Deal, gela, too many.
Yeah, fair enough. But if you can talk that other woke talk, English ought to be a piece of cake. Geez, even I don't have no trouble with it.
Give it a rest, will you, Bobby? Hey, Hannah, would you like a game?
Yes, I want, but I do not know how.
No worries. You come down here and grab hold of this, and I'll show you how it's done. Here we go. Step one up for you. Little easy one. Now you take
Doesn't have much going for her, does she?
Rest your hand on the table like that.
Ah, rev it and mob her out to get her.
We'll just have to make sure she doesn't, won't we?
Nothing much we can do after lockup, though, is there?
Try and get it into the pocket. It's the idea of the game.
Teaching Jerry a few tricks, eh, Dumbo?
Oh, get lost.
Oh, don't be like that. I was only trying to be friendly. Let's see what you can do, Kraut.
I am Hannah.
Suit yourself. You gonna have a shot or not?
Yeah, don't you take no notice of her. Hannah, go on, give it your best shot.
Bloody hell, look what you've done.
I did not. It not was me.
No, it wasn't. You done that on purpose, Lou.
Oh, come on, but it was the hun.
No, it wasn't. I saw you do it.
Oh, rack off, midget. The table's wrecked, Lou. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. Perhaps someone will teach you how to use a cue.
Teach you how to use a cue. Now you get this straight. Leave Hannah alone. You have a go at me if you want to understand, but Hannah is out of bounds. Do you understand?
Mara, she's trying to tell us something. Wow, looks like she's going to tell it to Reb.
Yeah, well, as long as she gets the message across.
Mrs. Reynolds, believe me, if it were my decision, Goldschmidt would be staying in the country.
But you're from the consulate. Surely you can do something.
Unfortunately, the powers of the Undersecretary are limited. Besides, it is a law of your own country that forbids her staying here.
I was under the impression that East Germans could apply for refugee status.
They can, but Goldschmidt entered the country with a West German passport.
Yes, but a black market one.
Nevertheless, we are bound to honor it. Now, I know it sounds unfair, and I agree the woman is not a criminal, but at the moment it would be unwise politically to allow her to stay.
That's what it boils down to, isn't it? Politics.
I'm afraid so. Even if the passport was authentic, the slightest crime does mean deportation.
So we send this scared, innocent woman back to a living hell.
Mrs. Reynolds, there's nothing we can do about it.
No. Except tell her the decision, and that's my job, isn't it?
Hey, you two, how about a bit of work?
There you go. Been going flat out all day.
What's that got to do with it? We promised Mrs. Reynolds we'd catch up on the backlog.
She's right, Bobby. Oh, sorry, Myra, but we were just working out all the things we'd do with that extra money.
I wouldn't get too excited if I were you, love. It only brings us up to $1.80 a day.
Well, what are we busting a gut for?
Because if we don't, they're likely to jack up on all the other things they promised us.
Yeah, if you want to get excited about something, work out a way for us to make some extra money.
Bugger that. What can I do anyway? Nothing.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Oh, geez, what's everyone picking on me for? Bugger this, I'm going for Lou.
Oh, well, I'm going too.
Pixie, what is this? You've been sticking to me like glue all day.
I have not.
Yeah.
Hurry up, the both of you, or we'll never catch up. And tell Phyllis to get back here with that skip.
Okay, what do you make of that?
Oh, come on, you're not still on about it, are you?
Yes, of course I am. You saw it. It's almost as though Pixie's afraid to let her out of her sight. I'm sure she knows something.
Well, if she does, why isn't she telling us?
Well, I don't know. I wish I did.
Hannah, this is Mr. Klaus Werner from the West German consulate. Mr. Werner, Hannah Goldschmidt.
Frau Goldschmidt?
Das Konsulat? Haben Sie meine Familie gefunden?
Es tut mir leid, deshalb bin ich nicht gekommen. I'm sorry. Mrs. Goldschmidt, English, please. Unfortunately, I have some bad news for you. The immigration department has asked me to inform you that you must leave for Germany within 24 hours. Arrangements are being...
Nein! You cannot do this. You are German. You know what will happen.
Frau Goldschmidt, nothing more can be done. Your entry to this country was illegal. Your actions have been classified as criminal. You must return.
No, they will kill me. Mrs. Reynolds, if I'm lucky, they will kill me. Their prisons, not like your prisons. I will spend my life in one, please.
I'm sorry, Hannah. I'd like to help you, I really would, but it has nothing to do with me. You realize you're being sent back to West Germany.
It will not stop them. They will come. They will take me. No one will know. Hannah Goldschmidt disappear.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with the department. This sort of thing would never have happened in the past.
Oh, you mean when Ted Douglas was running things?
At least he knew how to control a strike.
Oh, yes. Lock them in their cells, cancel all their privileges, and before we knew where we were, we had a riot on our hands.
It sounds like we've got a riot in here. What's wrong?
Oh, Joan doesn't agree with the strike agreement.
Well, I must admit I didn't like all of it, but at least they've gone back to work. In fact, we haven't heard a peep out of them.
And why should we? They've proved who's running this place.
Well, she knows how to make an exit.
What do you mean you didn't like all of it?
It's the open day that worries me. God, it's bad enough with single visitors, but to have dozens of outsiders mixing with this lot, that could be disastrous.
Well, we'll just have to keep a close eye on the troublemakers, that's all. But I still think it's worthwhile.
Excuse me, I wonder if you two would mind keeping an eye on Hannah Goldschmidt for me.
Sure. Any special reason?
She just had some bad news. They're deporting her within 24 hours.
How did she take it?
Badly, and I'm not surprised. The whole thing's a political exercise, and there is nothing we can do about it.
Are you sure? I mean, I know there's nothing we can do officially, but...
As long as we don't have the press crowding around the gates, that's all I ask. Staff room, pal speaking.
The press? Of course.
Yes. What a shame governors aren't allowed to make waves.
What about the staff?
Oh, the same. Of course, I'd have to find out about it. There's not much I could do if someone made an anonymous phone call.
What the bloody hell is the consulate there for if they won't help their own people?
I'm not their people. I'm from East.
Yeah, but if they send you to the West, that's all right, isn't it? They're the goodies.
They would get me.
But why? What's the big fuss to get you back? I mean, fair enough, that's where you come from, but I've seen this thing on the telly. Reckon people from East Germany was getting out all the time.
Yes, but they call me political activist.
Well, what's that?
Oh, look, who the hell cares what she is? Just send her back where she belongs.
Will you shut your mouth, and I'm not going to tell you again.
My husband is living 6 years in prison for resisting. But I do not talk of him. I do not think of him until I know that he is alive.
God, how do you live with that? It must be rotten.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do something about it.
Well, having another union meeting, are we?
Do you want to see Reno? It'll sound better coming from you.
Yes. Miss Ferguson. Could I please see the governor? It is urgent.
Well, Bryant, in that case, we'd better hurry, hadn't we? We wouldn't want another strike on our hands.
Is something wrong?
No, Hannah, just keep your fingers crossed. We're going to beat these mongrels yet.
Anne, darling, there's nothing you can do about it. It's tragic, I know, but it's happening all over the world.
I can't just forget.
Yes, you can. And I'm going to help you if you'll let me.
How?
By arriving on your doorstep tonight with a bottle of the best Pinot Noir and a tiny pot of beluga.
Red with caviar.
Who cares? I won't tell anyone if you don't.
Come in.
Bryant, to see you, Governor.
All right, show in, please.
Come on, Bryant.
Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. Hello, Judy. Miss Ferguson, could you bring Pixie Mason to my office when you've finished, please?
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, those 2 items. Should I bring them with me?
Yes, thank you. Now, Judy, what can I do for you?
Can we make this a private conversation?
Of course. Would you wait outside, please, Miss Ferguson?
Certainly, Governor.
This wouldn't be about Hannah Goldschmidt by any chance, would
It
it?
certainly is.
Good. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that myself.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. The message from the department is no one is to contact the press over this matter. I mean, you can imagine what would happen if Camilla Wells got hold of a story like that, can't you?
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
What the department doesn't seem to realize is how difficult it is to police calls to private residences. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, but that's the way it stands.
Well, thank you anyway, Mrs. Reynolds.
Yeah, that's right. Between 1 and 4, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, no. No, that shouldn't be a problem. Just ring in beforehand, okay? All right, bye-bye.
Oh, Mrs. Powell, Bryant wants to make a phone call. Would you mind seeing to it? I have to take Mason to Dr. Edmonds.
Right. What's the number?
411-4186.
Mayfair, isn't it?
Yeah, why?
Just a minute, I'll have to check it. We've got a list from the Department of Numbers out of bounds until Goldschmidt leaves.
Really? What are they scared of this time?
As if you didn't know. Okay, it's not there. Who are you calling?
Oh, an old friend of mine from my taxi driving days.
Well, give me the name. Come on, it's ringing.
Well, what does it matter?
Oh,
He's not
sorry,
on the
could
list.
you hold the line, please?
He's not...
Who did you say? No, wrong number. Sorry. The Camilla Wells residence. Well, that didn't work, did it?
Oh, look, it's the only chance we've got.
What the hell do you think had happened to this place if she got hold of the news?
Who cares? What do you think's going to happen to Hannah when they send her back to Germany?
Go on, get back to the
Oh,
dining
please,
room. Go
Mrs.
on, please.
I'll leave that Bobby with him. Sorry, I want to talk to Jude, that's all.
No worries. Cass, you want to come and sit with me?
Myra, you say people can fix to stay longer in the prison than how you say?
They're sentenced.
Oh, yeah. We had this sitter at Barnhurst. Was real frightened her old man was going to beat her up when she got out, so she ate 4 bars of soap. Oh, gee, she was crook.
Yeah, well, there are other ways of doing it, Hannah. I mean, some people get into fights, steal things, but leave it to us, please. We'll handle it. Oh, Jude. Meal's here.
Thanks, Myra.
Don't look very happy. What's the trouble?
Don't say that again. That cow bitch has just mucked everything up for us.
Listen, keep your eyes open if they want to make phone calls. I just caught Brian trying to contact Camilla Wells.
Look, I know I shouldn't say this, but I wish you hadn't.
Oh, come on, Nick. I didn't want to do it. But if the department gives us an order, we've got to follow it through.
Do we?
I wouldn't have thought Mrs. Reynolds would have gone that far. Gee, she's a good sport, isn't she?
So what the hell are we going to do now?
Please, you must not make trouble for yourselves. I will be thinking about something good.
Don't give up on us yet, Hannah. We've cracked tougher ones than this.
I'm sorry, Colleen, but it's a ridiculous situation and I couldn't think of anything else to do.
Yes, I appreciate that, but that is not my point. Look, if you tell me to do something regarding the security of this place, well, the last thing I expect you to do is to change sides and work against me with the women.
Oh, that wasn't really my intention.
Well, why didn't you tell me? God, what am I, some sort of monster?
I didn't tell anyone, because I thought the less people knew about it, the better. I didn't want my staff being forced to lie if things went wrong.
Well, it's certainly done that. I have informed all of the staff what happened and told them to be on their guard. So that's the end of Camilla Wells. Sorry. You should have told me.
Newsroom. Yes, that's right. Steve Lockhart handled that. Do you want to... All right, hang on. Steve, Wentworth Detention Centre.
I want Randy, not me.
She wants the guy who did the article on the Russian defector. Come on, will you? I'm busy.
Steve Lockhart. Yeah, that's right. What can I do for you? You sure? Nothing's come through here about it.
Passes over a ribbon where you like.
Get your own.
Now keep the noise down, will you? I think we've got a big one here. Sorry. Now, what was the name again? Hannah Goldschmidt. Got it.
Hi. Oh, thank you for last night.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, well, I'll have it then.
Get out. Oh, Rick.
It's an import. Have you heard that?
Yes, I have, but I've never been able to get the album. Where did you find it?
Brennan's. Oh, it's more like a warehouse than a record shop, but if you dig around, it's amazing what you can come up with. I thought you might like that.
Oh, good to see you, Rick.
G'day, George. Well, I can't stop. We still got a date for tonight?
Yes, 7.
Fine, good. I'll pick you up. Thank you, George.
Oh, thanks.
See you later.
Oh, so long. Oh, what's this?
Rick likes my cooking.
Oh, are you seeing him again tonight?
Yes, Pop.
You know, I think he's pretty keen on you.
I'd say he's pretty keen on the Beach Boys, Pop.
And if you play your cards right...
Pop. Sure.
All right, love. Thank you.
Hey, why didn't you come to dinner?
I had something very important to think about, Jude.
Oh, what are you thinking of remarrying them, huh?
No, just the opposite. I'm saying goodbye.
What?
I've just had the most wonderful chat with Dr. Edmonds, and I'm seeing things in a way I've never seen them before.
Really? And what did Edmonds have to say?
Oh, he's gorgeous, Jude, and he had this lovely romantic music playing.
And?
And he made me realize how silly I was marrying all of those poor men, and do you know why I did it?
Well, Pixie, I know why you think you did it.
Vanity. Just plain vanity. But it's all over now. Goodbye, my darlings. Don't think too harshly of me.
What are you doing?
I'm saying goodbye, Jude. I know now I never really loved any of them. I just love the idea of getting married by Ralph. Wasn't I terrible to let Paul down like that?
Yeah, but, honey, I don't think you...
never again. now when Mr. Right comes along, I'm going to be his forever.
Come on, fellas, just in case.
Well, I'm ready.
Oh, and you look lovely.
You'd say that if I was wearing a sandwich board.
Now, cut that out. There's nothing wrong with your looks. Anyway, you've got something plenty of other girls haven't got.
Like what?
Personality, and lots of it.
Yeah? Well, I think some of it's gone to my stomach. Well, this skirt has shrunk.
You should have got yourself a new one. Get a couple tomorrow. Get whatever you need.
A nose job?
Uh.
Just kidding, Pop. Remember, I'm the one with all the personality.
That'll be Ricky. Hello, Rick.
Hey, George. Rachel?
Would you, like a beer?
No, better not, mate. It starts at 7:30.
Oh, what are you going to see?
Couple of old science fiction movies, the worst ever made.
Well, why are you going to see them?
Because they're so bad, they're funny.
Why don't they make romances anymore?
Because you're the only real romantic left in the world, Pop.
You reckon?
Your dinner's in the oven. Bye.
See you later, George.
And don't sit down the front. There for the eyes. Try the back row.
Well, don't you think it makes more sense? I mean, there's one man for every woman and vice versa.
Oh, come on, Pix, you don't believe that garbage, do you?
Well, I've never thought of it until now, but it seems like the ideal arrangement to me.
Yeah, well, I'm off to bed.
Oh, but the bell hasn't gone yet. I'd rather stay.
Well, stay, honest, Pix. Lately you've been making me feel like a Siamese twin. Pixie, rack off, will you?
Oh.
Don't you worry, Pix. She'll settle down in a minute or two.
Oh, the bell. I have to go now, haven't I?
God, she's behaving strangely lately. Hey, come on, love, cheer up.
Cheer? No. I think I'm in very big trouble now.
Yeah, it's a pity we couldn't get through to Camilla. She does have a lot of pull.
You try. I must try too. But it's very small time left.
There's no time, Kraut. You're on your way out of here tomorrow.
Will you shut your mouth? It's working overtime lately.
Oh, what's it to you?
Shut up, Lou.
Yeah, come off it, Lou. Give Hannah a break. She can't help where she was born.
Come on, you lot. You heard the bell.
Oh, yeah, Miss Ferguson, but we was just saying goodbye to Hannah. She's going home tomorrow, aren't you, Hannah?
Just get out, Kelly.
Did you like it?
I love them. I've seen Robot Monster 3 times now, but that Attack of the Mushrooms...
So which one gets the prize?
They're both so terrible, it's hard to say. Let me think about it.
All right, have a coffee, yeah?
Yeah, and supper, I'm starving.
Lebanese joint right round the corner.
Yeah, and there's leftover lasagna at my place. What do you say?
Lasagna. We won't disturb George, will we?
The only thing that will disturb George is that we haven't eloped.
What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Oh, I wasn't asleep, Pix. I've been thinking.
What about?
Hannah. Jeez, Pix, what are they going to do to her when they get her back to Germany?
Oh, it must be awful for her. All those terrible things they did to her in the camp.
Yeah, I reckon anyone done that to me, I'd kill them.
Yes, but you wouldn't, would you? I mean, you wouldn't hurt somebody who hadn't hurt you, or somebody who liked you, or like me.
No, of course not.
Or Bobby.
What do you mean?
Well, Bobby's your friend.
Well, you're my friend, Pix. I wouldn't hurt you.
Yes, but somebody did. Somebody tried to strangle me. You don't know who it was, do you?
No, but if I find out, I'll fix them, rotten mongrels.
You know, it was silly, but I thought I heard you talking to Bobby when it happened. You weren't walking past, were you?
No. No, I was in the took when it happened. No. No, I wouldn't hurt you, Pix. I wouldn't.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing. It couldn't have been me. I wouldn't. Wouldn't.
So, changed careers midstream.
From the police force to the prison service. I'm surprised you're not just as disillusioned.
Sometimes I am. But I've met some good people at Wentworth. Both sides of the bars.
Hey, would you like some more supper? Oh, excuse me, that just slipped out.
Yeah, I better let you get to bed.
Oh, no, don't rush off. I'm not tired. Just relaxed. Oh, unless you're on an early shift or something.
No, I got the day off. Sleep as long as I like. I was just thinking, how about we make a day of it somewhere?
What, go bush?
This way I know to get out of the city.
Sounds terrific. I'll pack a picnic lunch.
Good, right. 8 o'clock too early for you?
I'll be up and ready to go.
Really enjoyed tonight. You don't mind?
Fine. Hope you do it again.
Come on, Goldschmidt. Come on, wake up. Wake up, Goldschmidt. Come on.
I do not want trouble. Please, I do not want trouble.
Look, just keep it down, the lot of you. Now, that goes for you too, Goldschmidt. You keep your noise down or you go to solitary, understand? Just shut up, Bryant!
You swine!
Cut this noise, you'll all be on a charge!
God, are you all right? What's happened?
She had a nightmare, that's all.
Well, it's not surprising. Still, there's no use getting her treatment. She'll be gone tomorrow.
Just as were your Hun mates leaving today. She'd be getting her face rearranged by keeping us awake last night.
Well, it wasn't very long ago that you kept us awake, Red. Perhaps you'd like a repeat of that. Hey, did you hear anything about last night?
No, she said just nightmare, no trouble.
Well, why would she do that?
I hurt her. I hit her. I screamed bad things.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have hit her harder, Hannah. They're not going to put you in the pound. Not after the trouble they went to get you out of here. Too much red tape.
Red tape?
Yeah, official stuff about your deportation. You understand?
No, I only understand if I go back, they will kill me.
Oh, well, we all got to go sometime.
Yeah, and you're going to go a lot sooner if you don't shut your face.
Yeah, don't you worry, Hannah. There's still time to work something out.
I think there is nothing to do. If I'm not locked in for hitting the officer, I'm without hope.
And Joan wasn't hurt?
No, not that I could see, but I think Goldschmidt really went to town on her.
Not like our Miss Ferguson to let the women get away with anything. Maybe I'd better have a word with her.
I'll let her know.
Actually, I want to have a word with everyone.
Why? What's up?
Oh, Wendy, would you ask all available officers to assemble in the staff room, please? Thank you. Obviously, you haven't seen the paper.
Oh, God, how did they get hold of that?
I don't know, but we're the villains.
Yes, of course we are. Aren't these lovely? And I've noticed you've been getting them fresh every day.
Yes, it's funny how some men remember little things like that even 20 years later.
This sounds intriguing. What, an old flame?
I suppose you could call him that. Rekindled.
Even better. Is it anyone we know?
Well, I guess you'll find out sooner or later. It's John Edmonds. Now, what do I need for the meeting?
The old cry that suitable facilities are overcrowded is little comfort to Hannah Goldschmidt and others who flee here to find protection and compassion, only to discover ineptitude and ignorance. Let a public hearing be called and all the facts known.
Lockhart on his soapbox again. Pity you can't find some news to write about instead of that tripe.
That tripe could save a life. And if a few more get on the bandwagon, they won't be sending her back at all.
She's got no right to be in Australia.
Oh, of course she has. She's a political refugee.
She's an illegal immigrant here on a false passport.
Look, when you're running for your life, you've little time to stop and observe the niceties of the immigration laws.
And she flaunted those laws, so she has to pay. It's as simple as that.
I see you've read the article. Does anyone know how the information got out of Wentworth?
Well, are you sure the information came from inside?
The article certainly suggested.
Wouldn't be hard for the criminal mind to flout your orders, Governor.
No. Well, under the circumstances, I think we'll keep this from the women. Do you all agree to that?
Yes, I think it'd be cruel to get Hannah's hopes up at this late stage.
Exactly. So would you see that all the papers are censored, please, Colleen?
Yes, of course.
And if anyone finds out how the information was leaked, I expect to hear from you immediately. That's all I wanted. Thank you for coming. Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Governor.
Are you going to submit a report on the attack made on you last night?
It won't be necessary. There was no attack.
Come on, Joan, I was there. I saw you staggering out of Goldschmidt's cell.
And I told you that she'd had a nightmare. Don't you remember, Mrs. Powell? Excuse me, Governor, I have duties to attend to.
Of course, Miss Ferguson.
Subject Margaret Morris. All post-hypnotic suggestion has now been removed. The subject has no memory or knowledge of her uncharacteristic behavior. End of case. It is now time to test my theory that after achieving desirable behavior through hypnosis, the reverse can be achieved. Yes?
Hunt.
Thanks, Mrs. Powell. Hello, Phyllis.
G'day, Doc.
All ready to start?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Seems I've been saying all the right things to Phyllis. Wouldn't you say, Mrs. Powell?
Yes, you're really amazing, Doctor.
Where are your fags, Doc?
All packed and ready to go, eh?
She's not talking.
Why the glum face? If I was going, I'd be stoked.
Yeah, me too, but I guess it depends on where you're going.
What's waiting for you when you get there?
You leave. Get out.
Yeah? Why should we?
Because you are stupid. Stupid like a rock. Just watch it. You have no brain. Stupid like a swine.
You watch your mouth, Crowder. We'll spread it all around your face.
Just do that. You are criminal. Stupid criminal.
Dirty bitch! You swine! You thief! You asking for more, you stupid cow! You had enough, Crowd? Eh? Let's go. What I heard. Bitch!
Hi.
Hey, you're looking a bit grim. What is it?
Nothing. Just do with some sleep, I guess.
You should try some of Jonathan's relaxation techniques. I've slept like a charm ever since we got together.
You're not coming to depend on him too much, are you?
Well, what do you mean? What way?
Emotionally. I mean, how much do you feel for him? Oh, I am sorry. That's crying, isn't it?
Well, I'm not dreaming of endless love and romance. Well, what are you getting at?
Nothing. Forget it. You know me. I'm just shooting my
Come
knife
on,
off.
you're trying to tell me something. Now, what is it?
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you something and I don't want to, but... Jonathan is too charming you.
What?
Well, rather he's too charming Anne. And I would say he's a bastard.
How do you know?
Anne. She just told me. Apparently they were together years ago and it's all on again. Mick, she doesn't know about you. I'm sorry.
How could I fall for it? Oh, my God, what a pushover.
And you weren't to know. And I suppose he's got a lot of charm.
Yes. Hasn't he?
Phyllis Hunt has undergone reversal therapy. Due to the patient's highly malleable...
Well, I won't say I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. Sit down, Meg.
I didn't come here to sit down or calm down. I want to know the truth about you and Anne.
Oh.
Thank you. You've just answered my question.
Now, Meg, listen to me, please.
I'll listen.
I've known Anne for over 25 years. There was a time when we almost got married.
So, does that give you a license to play around with our feelings?
Of course it doesn't, but... what I meant was... whatever has passed between Anne and myself, shouldn't affect us.
You're unbelievable.
Have you told Anne about this?
Not yet. But I've been stopped from making a fool of myself. Shouldn't someone tell Anne?
You realise what effect it might have on her?
I don't know who you're most concerned for. Yourself or Anne?
Oh, for God's sake, Meg, I'm concerned about both you and Anne. I know you're
save
upset
your breath,
at the moment.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No. It's not important.
What was that all about?
No, Mrs. Morris and myself have occasional professional differences.
I would have thought you'd approve of your methods.
Not always. Seems that she's not quite as progressive as I thought she was. Well, what can I do for you?
I hate to admit it, but this call is completely social. I missed you.
What's wrong? I'm not sure, but I think something terrible's happened to Hannah.
What?
I just saw her being carried out of the cell, and Miss Ferguson made me come back here, so I don't know if she's all right.
Geez, you don't really she tried to do herself in,
Oh,
do you?
no.
Yeah, well, if she did, I'll never get over it. Hey, Phyllis, you see anything of Hannah on your way back?
Yeah, she all right? I saw what's left of her. And what do you mean? I mean, someone's given her a bashing, and if you ask me, she got what she deserved.
Since when?
I don't understand. You were wanting to help her before.
What? Look, I don't give a stuff about that dumb wog. The sooner they ship her out of here, the better.
And suspected internal injuries. We're waiting on the results of the x-rays now.
Doctor, Miss Goldschmidt's under a deportation order.
Yes, I'd heard.
When do you think she'll be able to travel?
A week, 10 days, could be as long as 2 weeks. It depends on the results of the tests.
Of course.
Now, don't stay too long, will you, Mrs. Reynolds?
No, thank you, Doctor. Hannah, who did this to you?
It does not matter.
It does, Hannah. It's very important that they're punished.
No. No. No punishment. Too much punishment. Am I sent away?
Not until you're well. The doctor thinks that might be as long as 2 weeks.
Yes. I have pain all over my body. Such a pain. But now I'm safe. For 2 weeks I'm safe.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.